Where are you now? Not like physically, not like I'm sitting in this new secret room that I have. This is actually just a background, right? I'm sure I'm pushing on it. It's gonna frickin' fall down. Now, where are you now? Like, where are you now physically? It's like, where are you now in maybe one of the four domains? So in Warrior, Bellator, Latin for warrior, right? It we talk about the four domains: body, being, balance, business. Okay, so let's talk about business. Where are you at right now with half of the year gone, half of the year remaining to accomplish what you want in your business? Where are you now in maybe your revenue, number of clients, client satisfaction, whatever your KPIs are, KPI, key performance indicator, where are you now with your KPIs and where you want to be in roughly 6 months? Now it's a little bit less, right? And the reason I ask this is a lot of people don't even know where they are now. And you have to figure out the baseline. You have to figure out this is where I'm at right now, and this is where I'm going. You guys will be happy to know, although it's been about 15 minutes since I was done at the gym, I am not out of breath right now, right? Like I actually can breathe and can feel and like understand and like I'm not like seeing stars. But first and foremost, where are you now in relation to where you want to go? And that's a question that has to be asked, right? And some of the questions that can come from that are you happy with where you're at now, right? Like, are you happy with that? How do you feel about where you are, right? And a good friend of mine, Kevin, we were on a training earlier today, this morning, my time, and he was talking about, like, it doesn't really matter how I got here now. Like, great, I create the stories or the false memories of how I got here because the past doesn't even exist, right? Like, we hold on to the past like it's something that has done all these things. But the one thing that I want you to realize about the past is your perception of the past. It's not even the real perception because somebody else that was in that same situation and they're seeing it from the other way, looking at you, they see it in a completely different way, right? So Kevin, wise enough to say, it doesn't even really matter how we got here now. Where are you now and where are you going? And doing what you're doing now, will that actually get you there? Will doing what you're doing on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, quarterly basis, get you where you want to be? And maybe the answer is yes, right? And if it is, continue on the good path. But the answer that might be no, like, it's not going to get me where I want to be. And I'm not where I want to be now, which at least you're admitting to the truth and taking accountability, right? I was watching a video and this lady was talking about, like, do you know why the number one reason marriages end in divorce? And she's like, it's not finances, it's not even affairs, it's not like keeping or not cleaning up after yourself. It's none of those things. It's accountability. Accountability allows you to see where you are actually at, what you have done, what you have brought to the table, how you can move forward from here without getting like completely defensive, right? Like you get defensive about where you're at and how you got there, and you create these stories of like, oh, well, this happened and that happened and this happened and that happened. Great. All of that might be true. I would submit to you and have you consider the possibility that it is potentially your perspective of the truth and not the whole truth because you're only seeing it from one side or one of many sides, maybe half, a third, a quarter, right? And it continues on. Like how many different perspectives of the truth are there that you are potentially not seeing? And so it doesn't really matter. Like, okay, we are here in this situation currently. How do I press into the 5D consciousness quantum realm right now to create my future reality that I get to experience? And we're always continually doing that. Right now, I'm 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 doing that. Right. And so, like these videos that I do, they're as much, if not more, for me than they are for you and anybody that gets value out of the videos, right? This is for me creating a conscious habit to create a conscious design of a conscious life that I want to have and live, right? And the more that I change my behaviors to be what I want to have in my life, the more of that I get in my life, right? It's so crazy. And this is the amazing thing about technology is I'm going to log in and start something, but I want you to know that I believe in you. I believe in the truth of where you're at. I believe that if you actually start telling yourself the truth and actually start admitting and taking ownership and accountability for where you are at in your life right now, you can change it. Because if you see it, you don't have to be it. And all that means is if you can see the truth and take accountability for that, you can then pivot and create a new reality and a new truth that you might love, right? You might love. You might not like what you're experiencing now. And just remember what you're experiencing now is a result of what you had done previously, right? And the more you had done previously, the more you're experiencing now. And so it's interesting as I dive into seeing what true consciousness of our own lives creates in our reality, right? Pushing into the formless substance. And I know this is maybe potentially over the heads of a lot of people, but what we create right now in our consciousness is what we're going to experience in our reality soon. And it could be as soon as 10 minutes from now, a day from now, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. But whatever you're doing and you're holding to be true in your mind, pushing into the formless 3D quantum realm consciousness, that is what you're going to be experiencing. So, my friends, I hope you have an amazing day. And I want to ask you, where are you now? And wherever you're at now, the question is, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about where you are now in body, being, balance, business? Any of those realms, that's what we talk about. So it's easy for me to connect with you regarding. And so that is what I want you to know and think about is in your life, where are you now? And where do you want to go? And how can you do something today, right now, that can start pushing into where you want to go next? All right, my friends. I hope you have a great day. See you soon.